The student housing is what we call shelters out here in the desert. The apprentices would build these little, the most basic form of shelter was the tent. One of the most primitive forms of architecture. And so it was a little masonry base and a tent. And now over the years, the students have been able to experiment with the things that they were learning out in the desert and start to build a little bit more substantial structures.
When I was a student here, I built my shelter and I was very grateful that there was a shop on site. However, there were a couple of times that it was inconvenient because the foundation was trying to keep up with the buildings here at Taliesin, and the times that the shop was available were not the times that I was available to work on the shop. That's why I think it's very important for the students to have their own shop so that they can use it at any time.
Currently, the biggest challenge we have in terms of sharing the shop with people is that we can't use the shop anytime we want, especially when we're getting creative, and we don't have the proper tools that we need. In the design school, we always need to perfect our craftsmanship in order to do something that's experimental and challenging. And right now we only have chop saw and bend saw that's available to us in our student shop. In order for me to solve problems creatively, I need the right tools. Right now we have very limited space and tools. It would be really nice if we have our own shop.
The shelters are not only important for students because it's their home, but it's also important because they give shelter tours on the weekends to showcase what they've learned here in school, and with the money that they make, they plan study trips to expand their knowledge in architecture. Without a student shop, it's very difficult to make a shelter. Either it will take the students a long time to build one on site, or they will have to go out of campus to rent a shop with the right tools.
It's very exciting to think about the school having their own shop, the students having a dedicated space to work on their projects. And with your support, we'll be able to have a more substantial dust collection system, go up a notch in the quality of the table saw, and start to consider other tools and machinery that we hadn't been considering.
It's so important for us to have our own space. It's really hard to coordinate building our shelters and our models. And as the development of new technologies and materials are coming into the field of architecture, we need to be able to have the right tools to experiment with them and put them into practice.
On behalf of the Taliesin Fellows, I want to thank you in advance because with your contributions, we're going to be able to give the students a bigger shop with the right tools so that they can not only build their models for class, but also build their shelters. Thank you very much.